Did you know that getting enough quality sleep is one of the most important parts of losing weight, building muscle, and living healthier?
Picture this. You're crushing your diet, hitting the gym religiously, tracking every calorie like your life depends on it, but the scale refuses to budge. Sound familiar? Here's the plot twist that might blow your mind. The missing piece of your weight loss puzzle isn't what you're eating or how hard you're exercising. It's what happens when your head hits the pillow every single night. Welcome back to the channel, where we dive deep into the science that actually matters for your health. I'm about to reveal why sleep might be the most underestimated factor in your weight loss journey, and trust me, once you understand this connection, you'll never look at your bedtime the same way again. Now, before we jump into the mind-blowing science, let me ask you something. How many hours did you sleep last night? And be honest with yourself. If you're like most people watching this video, it was probably somewhere between 5 to 6 hours, maybe 7 if you were lucky. But here's what's happening inside your body during those sleep-deprived nights that's sabotaging your weight loss goals in ways you never imagined. Your body operates like a sophisticated chemical factory, and sleep is the night shift supervisor that keeps everything running smoothly. When you cut that supervisor's hours short, chaos ensues, and that chaos shows up directly on your waistline. Let's start with the hormone heavyweight championship happening inside your body every single night. In the blue corner, we have leptin, your natural appetite suppressant. This incredible hormone is produced by your fat cells and sends a crystal clear message to your brain saying, "Hey, we're good on energy stores. Time to stop eating." Think of leptin as your body's built-in portion control system. In the red corner, we have ghrelin, the hunger hormone that's basically screaming at your brain, "Feed me now!" This hormone is produced primarily in your stomach and rises when your stomach is empty, driving you to seek out food like a heat-seeking missile. Now here's where things get absolutely fascinating and slightly terrifying. When you don't get enough sleep, leptin levels plummet while ghrelin levels skyrocket. It's like your body's appetite control system gets completely hijacked. Studies show that people who sleep less than 6 hours per night have leptin levels that are 18% lower than those who get adequate sleep. At the same time, their ghrelin levels shoot up by 28%. What does this mean in real-world terms? You're walking around feeling hungry all day, even when you've eaten enough food. Your brain is getting false signals that you're starving, so it cranks up your appetite and slows down your metabolism to conserve energy. It's like trying to lose weight with your body actively working against you. But wait, it gets even more interesting. Sleep deprivation doesn't just mess with your hunger hormones, it completely rewires your brain's reward system. When you're tired, your brain starts craving high-calorie, high-fat, high-sugar foods like they're literal drugs. This isn't a willpower problem, this is neuroscience. Research using brain imaging technology shows that sleep-deprived people have increased activity in the brain's reward centers when they see pictures of junk food. Meanwhile, the prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for decision-making and impulse control, becomes significantly less active. So you're not just hungrier when you're sleep-deprived, you're also worse at making smart food choices. Think about the last time you pulled an all-nighter or had a terrible night's sleep. What did you crave the next day? I'm betting it wasn't a nice kale salad. You probably found yourself reaching for donuts, pizza, candy, or whatever high-calorie comfort food you could get your hands on. That wasn't a character flaw, that was biology. Now let's talk about what happens to your metabolism when you're running on empty sleep tanks. Your metabolic rate, which is essentially how many calories your body burns at rest, takes a significant hit when you're sleep-deprived. Studies have shown that people who get inadequate sleep burn fewer calories throughout the day, even when they're doing the exact same activities as well-rested individuals. But here's the real kicker. When you're sleep-deprived and you do manage to lose weight, a much higher percentage of that weight comes from lean muscle mass rather than fat. This is absolutely crucial because muscle tissue burns more calories than fat tissue, even when you're just sitting around doing nothing. So, sleep deprivation is literally making your future weight loss efforts harder by reducing your metabolic capacity. Let's dive into some real numbers that'll make your jaw drop. In one groundbreaking study, researchers took a group of overweight adults and put them on identical calorie-restricted diets. The only difference was that half the group slept 8.5 hours per night, while the other half only got 5.5 hours of sleep. Both groups lost the same amount of total weight, but here's where it gets crazy. The well-rested group lost 55% more fat, while the sleep-deprived group lost significantly more muscle mass. The sleep-deprived participants also reported feeling hungrier throughout the day and had higher levels of the stress hormone cortisol, which promotes fat storage, especially around the midsection. Speaking of cortisol, this is where sleep deprivation creates a perfect storm for weight gain. When you don't get enough sleep, your body interprets this as a form of stress and pumps out more cortisol. Elevated cortisol levels do several nasty things to your weight loss efforts. First, they increase your appetite, particularly for sugary and fatty foods. Second, they promote the storage of fat, especially visceral fat around your organs, which is the most dangerous type of fat for your health. But cortisol also breaks down muscle tissue to convert it into glucose for quick energy, which again reduces your metabolic rate and makes future weight loss more difficult. It's like your body is actively fighting against your weight loss goals on multiple fronts simultaneously. Now here's something that might surprise you. The timing of your sleep matters just as much as the duration. Your body has an internal clock called the circadian rhythm that regulates not just when you feel sleepy, but also when various hormones are released throughout the day. When you consistently go to bed late or at irregular times, you throw this entire system out of whack. Late-night eating becomes particularly problematic because your metabolism naturally slows down in the evening as your body prepares for sleep. Calories consumed late at night are more likely to be stored as fat rather than burned for energy. Plus, people who stay up late tend to consume an additional 300 to 500 calories per day compared to earlier sleepers, mostly from high-calorie snacks. Let's talk about sleep quality too, because it's not just about quantity. Poor sleep quality, even if you're getting 7 to 8 hours, can still mess with your hunger hormones and metabolism. Factors like room temperature, light exposure, noise, and stress levels all impact how deeply and restoratively you sleep. Deep sleep, in particular, is when your body does most of its repair work and hormone regulation. If you're constantly waking up throughout the night or spending too much time in light sleep phases, you're not getting the full metabolic benefits that come with quality rest. So what can you actually do about this? First, prioritize getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night consistently. I know, easier said than done in our busy world, but this isn't optional if you're serious about weight loss. Think of sleep as the foundation that everything else builds on. Create a sleep schedule and stick to it, even on weekends. Your body thrives on routine, and consistent sleep and wake times help regulate your circadian rhythm. Start dimming the lights in your house about an hour before bedtime and put away all screens. The blue light from phones, tablets, and TVs interferes with melatonin production, making it harder to fall asleep. Keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. Your body temperature naturally drops as you prepare for sleep, so a cooler room helps facilitate this process. Blackout curtains or a sleep mask can help block out any light that might interfere with deep sleep. Consider your evening routine too. Avoid large meals, caffeine, and alcohol close to bedtime, as these can all disrupt sleep quality. Instead, try some light stretching, reading, or meditation to help your body wind down naturally. If you're currently getting inadequate sleep and trying to lose weight, you might want to reassess your priorities. Instead of adding another workout session or cutting more calories, focusing on improving your sleep might give you better results with less effort. Remember, sustainable weight loss isn't about perfection, it's about optimization. And you simply cannot optimize your weight loss efforts while ignoring the profound impact that sleep has on your metabolism, hunger hormones, and food choices. The bottom line is this: you can have the perfect diet and exercise plan, but if you're not getting adequate quality sleep, you're fighting an uphill battle against your own biology. Make sleep a non-negotiable part of your weight loss strategy, and watch how much easier everything else becomes. Sweet dreams, And I'll see you in the next video, where we'll explore more science-backed strategies for optimizing your health and achieving your goals.